Hey guys, welcome back to the Trove video. Today we're going over my Dracolyte and showing you all different builds I use for the different endgame activities. So starting out, let's go over my Shadow Tower build. So as far as the gear and emblems and stuff are concerned, this is where I switch out different stuff for different scenarios. So for my hat, we're going to be using crit damage, max health, move speed. You're not going to want attack speed on anything because the Draco is not affected by attack speed at all. He has just a base standard attack speed, and no other attack speed bonuses are going to affect him at all. So we don't want that. Just want the crit damage and move speed because there's really nothing else to replace that's going to be better than move speed. So let's do that. And then for the staff, energy regen, crit hit, and crit damage. This is pretty much a must for him. You're going to want max energy regen on him as much as possible, and I'll show you why in a minute. Crit hit to be able to hit 100% crit hit, you're going to want that if you're building them properly. And then again, crit damage, and then for the face, crit damage, magic damage, and move speed. For the ring, again, like I said, max energy regen. So level 5 ring, energy regen, magic damage. Now the ally is kind of depending on what I'm trying to do. Right now I'm using the Starlight Draggling. If I'm using the Chronomatic Emblem, I'll use Starlight Draggling because it gives a little bit extra damage with the Fire Blast. If I'm not using the Chronomatic Emblem while in Shadow Tower, I would be using the Chronomancer Cubesley to give the ultimate cooldown, get that faster. So if I'm using the emblem, the Unyielding Emblem, I would use the Chronomatic or Chronomancer Cubesley, sorry. So that's pretty much my Shadow Tower build. Always going to be using the Arcane, always going to be using Death Defying while in the Shadow Tower. For the lower Shadow Towers, for at least Ultra, you could maybe, if you're feeling confident enough where you're not going to die, you could always run like a Chaos Vial and then keep with the Chronomatic Emblem and again the Starlight Draggling. If you want even more damage out of him in the Shadow Tower, where you might not need the extra flash, you'd rather have the extra damage, I suggest you go with the Boom Ranger subclass for the 20% extra crit damage that it gives you over the standard Lunar Lancer, because the Lunar Lancer will give you more damage, but it won't give you anything else because it doesn't affect your attack speed, and then the 75 or 750 physical damage also not going to affect you at all. Where the Boom Ranger, the 20% crit damage is just a flat 20% crit damage, and that's what I always use when I'm trying to do extra damage on them. So that's what I like to use. Let's go to U10 farming. So U10 farming, I'm going to swap to my Prefect Penguin for the extra move speed. This is basically the same as the Rat Berserker. Still going to run the Arcane Emblem for U10. Death Defying, still going to run that for U10 as well, because U10, you know, if you guys are in U9 or U10, the top side area, you got damage coming from all different angles, and Death Defying is just a easy, safe file to use, where you're not going to have to worry if you're going to be one-shot by something, and then have to respawn somewhere, and then kind of ruin your farming route that you are doing. For the emblem, I'm not going to use the Chronomatic Emblem. I would probably use the Evil Eye Emblem to give myself some extra damage, as well as easily be able to trigger my Prefect Penguin to move faster. As far as gear goes, I would actually be swapping to a move speed crit damage staff over the energy regen one. Just because while you're in U10 or farming in general, you're really not going to need the extra energy regen. If you really do want it, I would suggest just keeping it on your ring. But again, you really don't need it too much. I would swap my ring to a magic damage, or not magic, magic find ring, or even a jump ring to give myself extra jumps. You can always swap the magic damage here to jump or magic find, as well as the max health to either jump or magic find as well. But I don't have extra stuff lying around right now, so we'll just keep this. So yeah, that's pretty much my U10 setup. For U9 normal, non-topside, we're going to be running the same kind of gear. Again, the same ring, if you can, magic find or jump. Keeping the Prefect Penguin. At my damage, I don't run the Arcane Emblem anymore in U9. If you still need the Arcane Emblem, that is fine. Go ahead and run it. But I'm going to be running Trailblazing. And then I don't die usually from... I still die from random stuff. It does happen. But I usually like to run Conjurer's Vial while in U9. That's pretty much for any character. And then I will be keeping the Evil Eye Emblem as well on to be able to trigger my Prefect Penguin. As far as my subclass goes, I will run either the Ice Sage for more move speed, or you can run the Pirate Captain for more magic damage, or if you want, you can always run the Boom Ranger, or you can run the Knight subclass. Either one. Any of those four are pretty good. This one obviously is going to give you the more move speed on your mount, so that's always a positive. But if you're looking for maybe more move speed on just yourself in general, more damage, Ice Age is good, as well as, like I said, the Moon Ranger. And then if you just want more magic find, run the Pirate. So we're going to swap to my Ice Age for U9 content. So that's pretty much my build. Let's show my gems real quick. So gems, I got the class gem, the Burning Ward. This makes it guaranteed to spawn little Draco babies when you're throwing down eggs. Sting Curse gives a little bit extra damage. It applies a damage over time effect, so that's always nice to have. And then Cubic Curtain. You could run Pyrodisc if you want. Pyrodisc is not bad. It helps you because you're close quarters. It's going to help you with the damage as well as the move speed. I like Cubic Curtain because of survivability while in Shadow Towers. I do a lot of carries for Shadow Towers, and being able to solo the Dreadnought or the Daughter of the Moon or just whatever, it's just nice to have the Cubic Curtain, because as you're dodging attacks, this will actually activate instead of you burning through a flask, so you can stay alive longer. This was pretty much a necessity while before the topside, the U10 update happened, when 26k was the max. Cubic Curtain was definitely a lifesaver, and carrying Dreadnought was what helped me do it pretty much. Without that, I was not able to carry the Dreadnought. And then Vampirian Vanquisher, just for there's really not that better of a cosmic gem to use on the Draco. The Berserk Battler is attack speed. Like I said, he's unaffected by attack speed, so Vampirian Vanquisher for the move speed as well as the health regen. Let's go over my stats. Forgot to do that. Let's swap back to that. So we'll swap to the Knight just so I don't have any extra bonuses on them because of the subclass. So 377,000 magic damage, 104% crit hit, and 2250% crit damage are the main stats on him. And that's why, again, I'm running the crit hit on the staff. My staff gives 5.5% crit hit, so without that I would be under the 100% max. Alright, so let's go into U9 and work our way up. So we'll swap that. Prefect Penguin, we'll keep that ring, all that's good, and then we will swap to the Ice Sage. And I'm going to show you actually the Fire World, because the Fire World is actually where the Draco shines. So if you go into your character sheet and you look at Fireborn, it actually says the Dracolyte also moves much faster through lava, taking less damage from it than other Trovians. What it doesn't tell you is how much. It actually gets a 75% move speed buff while in lava, and shortly after it leaves lava too. So I have 95 move speed on him, just out of lava and no other buffs on. If I go into lava with no other buffs on, no flasks or anything like that, I get 166 move speed. And as you can tell, I'm really not losing that much health on him as well as I would in another class. So let's go and get in. Ooh, man. Let's go north and hopefully we find one quickly. We're going to pop our ultimate to go even faster. While you're in alt form, you get a move speed buff as well. Why couldn't it spawn me in a world that has dungeons readily available to do? But luckily we got that really fast move speed going. Alright, here we go, finally. So we'll just do a couple dungeons here to show him in U9. Pretty easy to do. I mean, I know I'm maxed out, but even at a lesser, even when I was only 26k before the update happened, he was a really powerful class. And then we'll go ahead and do one more. And there you go. Very easy, very good class for farming, for especially the fire world, because you get that massive move speed. So when you don't have a dungeon near you for all that time, you can go through it very fast. Let's go ahead and swap over to U10. Alright, so for U10, like I said, I'm changing it up a little bit. Let's go with the Arcane Emblem. Let's go Death Defying. And we'll keep the Evil Eye on. We'll keep the Prefect Penguin. Energy, that's fine. All that's good. For this one, I'm going to want extra flask, because I'm not going to be able to regen my flask, so I want as many as possible before I have to worry about refilling. Hit that rejuvenation station, and let's see where we're going. Let's try to get to this U5, or this 5-star, before anyone else does. I'm going the wrong way, so that's great. Hopefully it's an easy 5-star and not the most common one, the one that everybody hates to do. And of course it's the one that everybody hates to do, including myself, because it takes the longest. Alright, actually I do have solo guides for all these 5-stars. If you guys want to go ahead and check those out on the channel, if you guys are struggling to do these, I do have guides on how to do each one very easily, find all the bosses. As you can tell here, I'm not even using my Draco baby, so I'm not really using the energy regen at all, which is why I said it's really not necessary for farming, because you're not, I mean, it may be like lower levels, you might need the Draco babies to give you a little bit extra damage, to give you more survivability, but for endgame, if you're like high up there, you're definitely not going to need it. Alright, and one more floor. Hopefully get the last two. And uno mas. And then we'll go ahead over to Shadow Towers and show you him in action over there. Oh, there you go. 5-star complete solo. So let's go back to the club, and I will open up a Shadow Tower portal to show off him in the Dreadnought for a floor at least. Not going to do the whole boss or the whole thing, just going to show one floor. Actually, let's swap off some stuff. So we're going to do the chromatic emblem. We're going to do yeah, we'll keep that one on, actually. No, not prefect. We want Starlight Dragling. And then we're going to want... we need the Knight subclass. We're going to go with the Boomrager subclass for the extra crit damage. And then swap back to my staff. Oh, this is actually what I wanted to show you real quick. Let's rip off that and rip that off. So I have no extra energy regen. So as you can see, I can only pop out 3 eggs before they explode. So if I use just my staff of energy regen, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 before they pop out. But if I use my ring as well as my staff, we can get all 6. Go away. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So that is what having max energy regen can do, instead of just having either minimum or just one or the other on. We'll go ahead and clear these little mini bosses out here. Oh, one little guy left. Draco baby's got him. So there we go. That's pretty much him in Shadow Towers. Very easy to clear floors. I think he's actually one of the best Shadow Tower classes in the whole game. Really like him. I've been using him ever since he got his rework done. Boom, done. So let's go back to my club, and I just want to go over a couple last things. So while he is in ultimate form, he actually gets a few different bonuses to him. So his move speed is increased by 10, magic damage is increased by 50%. You take 50% damage reduction. Also, your basic attack damage is also going to be buffed by 100%. So that is while in alt form. That's why in Shadow Towers, while clearing floors, I want to keep his alt up as much as possible to do more damage to get those floors cleared as quick as I can. Another thing is the Fireborn ability. If you look at here. The Dracolyte's attack causes enemies to burn, increasing their damage taken from all sources. So this is all sources, so if you're in a group, Shadow Tower with a group of people, you'll actually be doing more damage to them if you're attacking it. What it doesn't say is how much damage, and it's an extra 2.5% damage from all sources for 5 seconds. So that's pretty much all the little bonus stats that are kind of hidden behind vague wording. He also to note the Draco with no other bonuses on him or levels or anything like that. He does get an extra 20% max health. That's why my health is at 730,000 and not something lower, because none of my gems do have max health on them. They just have the magic damage, crit damage, and the crit hit, and obviously the light for the cosmic. So that is the Draco. I hope this guide was useful to you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you like the video, leave a comment if you have any questions, and I'll see you guys in the next one.